Well, imagine why the vacarja. Right, tá mé géirí ceart a chaine anún seo, rivna leihin de sera, hug me litcher Dave agus scéal. Litcher a bheith buint le manchin agus kosher manchin, and cajin rodella bhí agah na on scéal on urvrish gadius jock and our jock. Right, so let's get going. Keep an eye on my cursor here, and that'll keep you right. Okay, on top right here, I'm at the Shoaloo, the address. So standard address, just make it uppy, it'll do rightly. Everajai Bohermore or on Bohermore or on Pre of Boher. Bonanfubble, check your spelling of Bonanfubble. And it's not Dooningal, it's Kunde Gooningal with a H. Okay. On Cahrula is Fiha de Vianer Gavila Sahinjig. But whatever date you have, you should have a wee U fad at the end of it. Carcolor. So Nash Grave Litcher, Gan and Shoaloo, August and Data. If you're writing a letter, make sure you have your address and you have your date. Right, we're starting it off, Dear Siobhan. Ahuvine. H after the first letter, I before the last letter. When you use a meaning dear, you have to do that wherever possible. You put a H after the first letter of the name and an I before the last letter. Standard letter phrases here, folks. Bahagaslancha, great way to start off. A reafust, litcher, kiberod, kujam or a tattoo, or if you like, conas a tattoo. Tasual agam goal to gamai. I hope you're well. Tasual agam. Now, watch out for sual. It's not shul as in walking. It's you fada I, not the other way around. Okay, so these are all standard letter phrases you'd use at the start of any letter or email or whatever you want to call it. So, thanks for the letter I got yesterday. There's another. Gurmaigat as in litcher affirme inye. Okay, so those few phrases are all standard letter phrases that you can chuck at the top of any letter or any email. So here we get into the body of it now. The Ócáid Speisialta Sahala Pobble ihe inye. There was a special occasion. Now, we're saying this happened, so I'm sure catcha, so there should be no tas in sight. It's VVV. The Ócáid Speisialta Sahala Pobble, or a hala on Fubble, the community hall, on Friday night or night of Friday, ihe inye, or if you like, ihe jehinye, my galore. So it was my auntie's birthday. Breithlae manchin a vian. Like everything in Irish, it goes back to front. It's not my auntie's birthday, it's the birthday of my auntie. So Breithlae manchin or la brehe manchin. But there's no such thing as la Breithlae. Okay, it's either Breithlae or la brehe. And my auntie wouldn't be mo anchin, because anchin begins with a vowel. You use that with apostrophe. Breithlae manchin a vian. It was a cold winter's day. La for Gevri a vian. It was a warm summer's day. La bra sauri a vian. It was a Friday night. Ihe inya a vian. That's how you say it was whatever. So vishi kega blain dish. She was 50 years old. Kega blain dish. I'd ask you to watch your spelling there of blain, which can be wild awkward. But that's how you spell it when it's a multiple of 10, like fiha, trocha, daihid, kega, shaska, and so on. There's two I's in it. Vishi in a coney sarank. So she had been living in France. Vishi in a coney, no H, because we're on about a female, right? If we were talking about her uncle, there'd be a H in it. Vishi in a coney sarank. What's your spelling there? Erfau fiha blian. For 20 years. Now, erfau means for a certain amount of time. Erfau fiha blian, and again, multiple of 10 means me blian has to be spelled like that. But she came back to Ireland, hanig she arash goherin and blian she catcha. So she came back last year, or hanig she arash goherin and nori. Now, hanig she arash, well, you make sure you're not confusing arash with arish. Arish means again, arash means back. Goherin, check your spelling of Goherin. It's not spelled E-A-N-N, not in this case anyway. And last year on Vlain with a H, Shakacha, not to be confused with Shahuggy, which would be next year. On Vlain Shakacha, and there's no H on the Kacha. Don't be sticking a H into it out of pure habit with an I'm Shakacha. Okay, so we had a big party for her. Now, again, not a ta in sight. The kosher war agin D. Now, if you're going to talk about having anything, you're going to need to have the agin in there. We had a party for her. So, like, we had a bungalow, the bungalow agin. We had a blue car, the car gorum agin. We had a big party, the kosher war agin D for her. Dum for me, ditch for you, do for him, D for her. and also you should have a H on your more there, okay? The crack was great, no end of ways to do that. Bhí an crack dói, bhí an crack hintach, bhí an crack intach mai, but check your spelling of an crack. Don't spell anything with a K. There is no K in the Irish language. Nothing would ever be spelled with a K. Okay, so the music was great. Bhí ceol den scaith ag an disco is a nice wee phrase. I think I helped you with that on your list of folklore. Bhí ceol intach ag an disco. Bhí ceol intach mai ag an disco. But check your spelling of disco. It's not spelled the same as in English. So things that sound like they're spelled the same, they rarely are. Bhí mé ag dausa an ihe fad, or bhí mé ag dausa an ihe go léir. L-E fada I-O-R. Now, check your spelling of ag dausa. You'd be surprised how often I see that spelled wrong. Liked the food, enjoyed the food. Hatten an bia yum. I really enjoyed it. Hatten an bia go mór yum. But the yum comes at the end. Okay, it's not hatten yum an bia. It's hatten an bia yum. Hatten an bia go mór yum. Freshen as well, or fasta. Bhí sé ionta blasta. It was really tasty. Or bhí sé an vlasta. But if you're using on for very, you have to put a H onto the blasta. With ionta, you don't. But it's not row. Like, you wouldn't be saying the food was too tasty. Like, you're not going to complain about that. Row doesn't mean very, it means too. So one thing happened I didn't like or didn't enjoy. Harla rud the wine nar happen lum, because in this letter you were asked to talk about something you liked about it. It was Ócáid Speisialta, a special occasion, and then something you didn't like about it. Here we go. So Harla rud the wine nar happen lum I didn't enjoy. Hitch me an urler, L on the ground, on the floor. Nor a bhí me mwy ag dausa when I was out dancing. Now, it's not a mach. If you were on your way out, it would be a mach. But if you're out there on the floor, a mwy. Nor a bhí me mwy ag dausa, bí curmach an sinarish. Agus gorti me machos. Hurt me foot. Gorti me machos. Past tense, you should have a H on your gorti. And ma, meaning my, would have a H onto your cos. Bhí naya an doan orm. So I was embarrassed. Bhí naya orm. I was mortified. Bhí naya an doan orm. It was all the embarrassment of the world on me. An sin hitch my own polka is Jack's a letters. Then my mobile phone fell into the toilet. Always a handy thing to say if you're asked what you didn't like about a certain occasion or event. Hitch my own with a H after the ma. My own polka or my guhan polka is Jack's a letters at the end of the night ag jeru na hihe. Bhí farag an doan orm. I was raging. Bhí farag an doan orm. Up above we had the naya an doan orm. So there you have the farag an doan orm. But it was very funny of bhí sé ionta granwer or bhí sé an granwer. But if you're using on, it'll have a H on the granwer. Also, don't confuse granwer with grainwer. Grainwer means sunny. Granwer is funny. When an sin Sheila an sultas and kosher, so she really enjoyed the party. You could also say, happen on kosher go more la hanchin Sheila. So she enjoyed it when an sin Sheila salt as. She really enjoyed it when she on salt. As on kosher, and the as on will put a H on the word coming after it. So most of those prepositions like on, egg on, lesh on, they'll put a H onto the noun coming after it, unless you're down south, in which case it's an oru, as in gosher. Caihi me amachtanis, gotta go now, caihi me dullanish, ta oberwalya le create new agam, I've homework to finish, or ta oberwalya le genu agam, must me and live, these are standard letter phrases. Aber le de heilig, or aber le de chlan, grow me cur durishke. So tell your family I was asking for them, the heilig with a H, or the chlan with a H. If you're using Chiluk, will you make sure you have that there wee H in the middle of it? I'm forever seeing you miss out on that. Grome Kuradurishke, I was asking for them. Check your spelling of a Kuradurishke. That tends to be messy too. So right back to me soon. Shkriverash hugum gan will, or Shkriverash hugum go lua. Again, don't confuse a rash with a rish. I see that a lot. A rish is again, a rash is back. That's what you're after. So Shkriverash hugum to me. Gan will or Shkriverash hugum go lua. Slang go foil, 2 L's, it's not tinfoil. Slang go foil, sinead. So if you're going to use those standard phrases, make sure that you know for a fact you're going to get use out of them. So make sure you know how to spell them good and proper, okay? So sin and litcher, that's the litcher. Make sure you get your corrections sent to me tomorrow or as soon as possible, my chef.